NFL season has hit high gear, and off we go in Week 11 on EA Sports. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. They'll start on the ground with Gibson. And right away, they're going to stack him up right at the line of scrimmage. Calling no gain on the game's first play. And it's second down now. This defense for the Cowboys, they were terrific last week in the victory over Buffalo.
And I'm eager to see the game plan and trying to attack them this week, because when you take it away 4 times through interceptions, what do you do now when you go into a game? Do you decide you can't throw the ball? Do you try and run it more? Or do you tell your quarterback, make sure you see your guys open before you deliver?
Howell down to throw it. And he'll just get rid of it.
Oh, I saw this one with defensive eyes, because even as he escaped the pocket and bought time, the coverage stayed tight. Nothing broke down. Throwing it away, that was his only option.
Crowd getting in it a bit already. Here's an early 3rd and 10. Howell throwing on 3rd down here. And he will go down. A Cowboys sack. Micah Parsons in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year. So on 4th down, Washington going to call on Tress Way to punt it away. He punted 4 times in the loss last week as he gets this one away here. A special teams mistake there, no doubt. Just 26 yards officially on the punt. And the Cowboys are going to take over in great position here with a 1st and 10. They'll go with Pollard here on 1st down. Down to about the 45.
Oh, that's a real nice job there by the defensive front. They just engaged and held their ground. But how about the guy who made the play? We often talk about whether they take a good first step or not. Many times you just don't take any step. Just get your feet moving, get your body going, and then once he made the read, he was able to make the play.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. Here's the first carry for Ezekiel Elliott. And forget about finding a lane. He barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield. This will be a loss of 3, and now a much tougher 3rd down looming.
This defense is a difficult one to prepare for, one of the best in the league. They'll come at you from all angles, and they did a nice job there stopping him for a loss. On
3rd down, it's Prescott. He's going to fire this thing deep right sideline. And at the 7-yard line, the catch is made. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. And you get the sense, as I'm sure they got the sense, they might have picked up a good one here, maybe a little diamond in the rough via trade.
Maybe just need a change in scenery, a new city, maybe different motivation, but they believe they've got a good one.
Now a chance to make that big play really hurt. It's 1st and goal just outside the 5. Slot man moves right. Now Elliott. And the second wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line. A loss of 2 there, 2nd down. He stayed afloat for a second there after the first wave of contact, but that was going nowhere.
Yeah, what did he tell us in pregame? I just don't want to get my feet stopped initially when I'm trying to make a run. That's exactly what happened there. Unfortunately, as you noted, got away a little bit.
And he is into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown. Ezekiel Elliott with a milestone career touchdown number 100. Joining Curtis Martin and Franco Harris at the century mark as he continues to climb the all-time list. And the Cowboys get the upper hand as they're on the board first here this afternoon. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. And, Charles, if the season ended today, and it's not going to, we still have December left, early in November, but they would be a wild card team, and that's great. They'd be in the playoffs, but you know they're trying to bump up to be one of those division leaders. That guarantees you at least one home game in the playoffs, and that's what you're really seeking. But there also isn't much margin for error for this team, right? Because right where they're sitting, a 2-game losing streak could have them out of the playoffs, so they've got to make sure they continue to keep the momentum going. Absolutely. There's some sharks smelling blood in the water behind them. You can see the time and effort and thought that they put into their passing game because it was evident right there. It looks like a simple pitch and catch, but you and I both know that they have planned for this and worked hard to make it happen. And Gibson looking for some kind of opening, but he has none. They rally up to stop him short of the marker. Tress Way on 4th down is sent out to punt. And here's a very low-line drive, almost whiffed on it. And a fair catch taken back near about the 35, 36-yard line. Officially just 27 yards there on the punt. And the Cowboys will take over the football with a 1st and 10. An update from Buffalo. It's the Chargers out to an early lead. Remember to keep an eye on the ticker, of course, at the bottom of your screen for updates on that game and others around the NFL. The Dallas offense here set to begin the drive. And, Charles, what a battle this is within the division because these guys, they've got the lead, but not by much. On the other side of the field, they're knocking on the door and trying to equal them in the wins category.
And I love that second part that you talked about, equaling them in the wins category, because if somehow you get down to the end of the year and they're tied in record, head-to-head's always the first tiebreaker. So the winner of this game, they'll have a big advantage.
After the penalty, it's Elliott. Only a yard on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down.
Well, obviously they would have at least liked to have gotten back to the original line of scrimmage. Instead, now they're dealing with 2nd and long.
I thought they would have passed it after the penalty. Probably wish they would have now. Off the play fake, Prescott. They're looking for Lamb, but it's intercepted. Picked off by Cameron Curl. And the Commanders are going to take possession of the football. And when I looked down, he was kind of shaking his head right after he threw that pass. What did you see?
Well, from a defense's perspective, anytime you have your eyes back towards the quarterback, you're in a position to make a play on the ball, whether it's a big-time play by you or an overthrow by the quarterback. You have a much better.
Gibson gets hit, and he fumbles it. It's picked up by the Cowboys. And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. And this is going to be brought back for a fumble return touchdown by the Cowboys. And he has great speed, defensive back speed. Once he got it and took off, there was no catching.
And I know every team tells you to hustle no matter what the play, but there was no chance of catching him. Maybe if it had been a defensive tackle running with the ball, but not in this case.
And you can bet they're preaching 2 hands on the ball here as the kick's away following that fumble return. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. Not only are they in search of their first score, they're in search of their first down in this ball game as they come up 1st and 10. First down, Howell to throw. And he is going to go down. He will be sacked on the final play of this first quarter. 14-0 the score. This is the NFL on EA Sports. After the sack, it's 2nd and 19, and the road gets a bit tougher from here. A give up the middle to Gibson. Trucks over it. And he'll get it up to the 33-yard line. They'll come to the line, needing only 2 yards to gain the first here. And Washington now going to use the first of their 3 timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter. They'll run with Gibson. So that run play nullified by the holding call on the tight end.
Yeah, I just think he needs to get off the ball a lot quicker and get into the block a little bit more effectively. Then he doesn't have to reach and grab and try and hold on.
From the gun on 3rd down, Howell. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked up by Malik Hooker. And he takes this one back into the end zone. And the Cowboy defense has a touchdown. So this defense doubling its pleasure there. Remember, they had the fumble return for a score earlier in the game. And now this time an interception return for another score. Extra point by Patterson, up and good. And it's now 21-0. So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. And they will not get a chance to return this one. It's through the back of the end zone for a touchback. Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. They're still in search of an initial first down as they come up here 1st and 10. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Successful start to the drive, 17 yards. It moves the sticks.
How many times do we say in this game that speed kills, and it does it in so many different ways? In this case, you got a back who's quick and shifty, can make moves, make people miss, but also gets to and through a hole before it can close down. That's some of the benefits of that speed, not just outrunning people in the secondary. And that led to a really nice gain.
Gets this out quickly to Dotson, and they'll get him down on the other side of midfield. Ahead of the chains now, 2nd and 2. Straight ahead, Gibson. And some solid footwork there as he'll take this down to about the 38. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. On 1st down, right back to Gibson. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. 60 yards rushing for him as he has been tough to stop here this first half.
We use the word relentless a lot with guys who are aggressive on the field. In this case, it really fits, doesn't it? How about his ability to break tackles and his feet never stop moving?
On 1st down, Howell. They'll set up the screen for Gibson. No gain on the screen there at 2nd down.
As a defense, you're more balanced when you're in zone coverage because you're able to keep your eyes on the quarterback and see the play develop in front of you. You're able to keep the quick pass in front of them and stop it right at the line of scrimmage.
Back to Gibson and another catch for him. 4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a 3rd down. They are in need of 6 yards here if they hope to move the chains. They'll send a receiver in motion left. Here's Howell. Looking for Thomas, but that's intercepted. Picked off by the safety, Jarquiski Tartt. And he takes this one back into the end zone, and the Cowboy defense has a touchdown. Patterson now for the extra point. It's good, and they stretch their lead to 28-0 now. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick six, and now the kick is away. This will be fielded inside the 5. Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense.
They are looking to make a bit of a 180. They are sputtering right now.
And frankly, I think it's time to call your playmakers together and say, all right, guys, we're going to lean on you through this patch. We need you to get us back on track and get us going in the right direction. So you're calling plays geared to them. Not necessarily what you look at your plays, oh, this hurts the defense. I want the ball in the hands of X, Y, and Z and see if we can move forward.
So he's got a man complete. And he's taken down right at the 45-yard line. So the big play moves him all the way across midfield. It's 1st and 10 from the 45. Powell to the air on 1st and 10. This is caught by his tight end, Logan Thomas. Now the Commanders going to burn the second of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime.
Nice rhythm throw there on 1st down. He located his tight end, made it a nice easy pitch and catch.
Hoping he can break a tackle or two. Wasn't able to do that there, but still good yardage. Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Powell toward the sideline. He will have the 1st down. Good catch. He was able to keep the feet in bounds. It's a pickup of 6 and good enough to move the chains.
But they certainly made a point of getting him involved in the passing game here in the 1st half. They must have seen something in the scouting that said, hey, we can capitalize on him getting the ball possibly in the open field. And I think in the 2nd half, that may loosen up the defense a little bit to get the running game going back inside.
Powell looking to throw again. That one complete out to Dotson. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. The Washington passing game dialed in now. It's a 1st down.
Now that's the kind of big play you'd like to see. This 1st half, it hasn't gone their way, and they could use a shot in the arm, something to perk them up a bit. And they get one here in the passing game.
Now the Cowboys going to burn the 1st of their timeouts as the clock shows 50 seconds to play here in half number 1. So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18. Powell throwing on 1st down here. Throw to the right here, taken in by McLaurin. Touchdown, Washington. Terry McLaurin hitting double digits with his 10th touchdown of the season. And the Commanders are on the board here in the final minute of the 1st half. The extra point by Sly is up and good, and it's now a 28-7 ball game. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And here comes a return from a few steps into the end zone. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. And with a 3-score lead already, this is not time for a momentum change, so I'd imagine they'd be happy to just take this into the locker room. Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. And he'll be upended here after a pickup of 3, getting it out to the 25. The Cowboys going to use their 2nd timeout now, as it'll come with 36 ticks to go in half number 1. Second and 6. No, scratch that. 2nd and 7. On
play action. Prescott. He's going to fire one deep over the middle. He's got him in. Complete.
And he'll be taken down here just shy of the 30.
And offensively, they'll take the timeout with 6 seconds left in the second quarter. So even though it's first down, here's the field goal unit on now to try to get 3 before halftime. From the right hash, this from 48.
Patterson's kick is good.
And that will extend their lead even further.
So everything else has gone right in this first half. Kind of follows that it worked for their kicker, too, as he adds 3 more onto the lead.
Yeah, and the way that this one's gone, definitely not looking like he's going to have to worry too much about pressure kicks late in the game. He can go out there free and easy, just work on his form, and he knocked that one through.
One last shot before the break. Howell.
And he's going to go down. Couldn't get a throw off with the pressure. Maybe that was for the best, as that brings us to the end of this first half of play. So we've come to halftime after a very one-sided beginning to this one. As we send you on over to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman in our EA Sports Halftime Report. Take it away, Coach. And we welcome you back now. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gunn, getting set for quarter number 3 here. The Cowboys will get the football first here, and they have the lead as well as we are underway in quarter 3. Pulls it in at the 13. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get this up to the 29. The Dallas offense here set to begin the drive. They play fake to Elliott. Now Prescott.
He'll get this out wide here to Elliott.
It'll go as a gain of 4, and that'll make it second down.
Well, offensively, that's the mismatch that you want. You want to force a linebacker to try and cover your back out of the backfield, out in some open space. The linebackers nowadays, they run like backs, and they take a lot of pride in covering. What a nice play he made there in the open field.
They'll send a receiver here in motion right. On second down, Elliott.
And this defense able to plug him up there as he'll get a yard to the 35.
Ladies and gentlemen, that is a force of nature at the defensive tackle position. Yes, he's as big as they come, but still plenty agile. He's able to make a nice play there to swallow up the ball carrier.
Prescott from the gun on third. And he's able to hook up with Michael Gallup. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. 25 yards that time.
And while we may be looking at the scoreboard, this offense certainly is not, because they're showing no signs of backing down, even with a 3-score lead here in the third quarter. I think they keep taking their shots. They've seen blown leads happen throughout this league. They don't want to fall victim to it themselves.
A first down carry by Elliott. No gain on the play. It'll be second down. Defensively, though, they had a chance there to hit him for a loss. Couldn't get it done.
Looked like someone was able to knife into the backfield, but he wasn't able to get him down. But his compatriots, they were able to grab him at the line of scrimmage and not let him get any further downfield.
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10. Here's Prescott.
This throw incomplete, nearly picked off. And with his pedigree, he doesn't drop many of those. But 3rd down coming up.
I think it's pretty safe to say that when you're up 3 touchdowns, the last thing you want to do is hang one up there and put it in jeopardy and possibly get it intercepted. You got a nice lead. You should be able to protect it. But if you get careless with the football, look out.
They had the incomplete pass on 2nd down. Now they need a big play here, 3rd and 10. Throwing, Prescott. He's going to let this go. Back of the end zone. And unable to connect. Incomplete. I'll give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down. So now they're going to send out the field goal unit to, as they say, fire away from long distance. And I tell you what, he got it from 58. That had lots of leg behind it.
That kick, by the way, Charles, a career long.
Well, we did watch him in pregame, and he hit from this distance, so not a surprise. But there still is something exciting about it, carrying it over from practice and pregame to actually doing it in live action.
The lane opens here. He's past the 30. There he goes, left side. Past the 20. And they are not going to catch him. He's in.
Touchdown, Washington.
And people still trying to get back to their seats from the concession stand here at the start of the 3rd quarter. And boom, we got points on the board.
And you just identified why the bulk of stadiums have increased presence in the concession areas, right? TVs, loudspeakers, so people can still follow the game. And right now, they're bummed out that they missed that big return to start this half.
And it's no good. Oh, he misses the extra point, and our score stays right where it is. So now the other return teams out there as they'll try to duplicate what they just saw.
Pulls it in at the 13. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line.
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense.
Last time out, you remember their drive stalled, but thanks to their kicker, booted a long field goal to at least get them 3. Now here they'll try to do better and find the end zone.
And in our experience, how much fun is it for coaches to know that they've got a kicker who can nail it from long distance? Now, the hard part is, as an offensive play caller, you don't want that in your head too much where you're relying on it, and he goes out and gets the job done for them. But I'm quite sure he would be content to just kick extra points from here on out.
Yeah, absolutely no question. I think his teammates would be okay with him just kicking the extra points as well.
That was a nice job there defensively, being able to diagnose that little touch pass. They saw it coming, converged on him before he could get much out of it.
So 7 yards from the first down here as they come up to the line of scrimmage.
Out of the gun, here's Prescott.
He'll fire deep downfield for Lamb.
And he fires one that's intercepted.
And the Commanders are going to take over a couple of yards shy of midfield. Well, still down quite a bit here, several scores. But, yeah, at least that's a start, Charles, getting the interception here. And, look, we're still in the 3rd quarter, so this thing not done yet.
You're right about that, Brandon. This defense, they haven't quit on this game. They stayed with it and got an interception and handed the ball back to their offense. And what you wonder about is the team that just threw that interception, they've got to be careful about developing a sense of complacency and thinking this game is over.
Throwing to start the drive, but that one incomplete. They don't get the hook up there, but you really have to marvel at how precise he's been throwing the football these last couple of weeks.
Oh, that's the perfect word for it, precise. Because if you're at 70% or better 2 weeks in a row, You have a job as long as you want one in this league, won't you? I mean, let's face it, it's not just West Coast offense either. He's putting the ball downfield as well.
Throwing again on 2nd and 10.
Powell. That's out to the flat for Gibson.
And he'll be out just a yard or two shy of the 30. That one a gain of 20 and a first down.
Well, they certainly had success throughout this contest getting him the ball in the passing game, and there he picks up another first down. Whatever they saw going into this one, they've been able to capitalize on it, and no adjustment has been made to take it away.
They'll throw on first down. Here's Howell.
Middle of the field, he's got McLaurin.
And he's going to be brought down at about the 16.
From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. And he wisely will throw that one away.
Well, defensively, they haven't let him just sit in the pocket and get comfortable, and that's opposite a lot of game plans in today's NFL. Ordinarily, you're trying to keep the quarterback hemmed in. In this case, they brought the heat, and if he flushes out, they're fine with that, and they force another incompletion.
Dallas, Texas is the spot, third quarter inside AT&T Stadium. Glad you're with us. 2nd and 10. It's Howell with another throw. And this one incomplete. Threw it down at the feet of his receiver.
The coverage keyed in on him since that last completion his way. He earned a little more attention on that route, and that made it a lot tougher to get a clean throw his way.
Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions.
Howell throwing on 3rd down here. Quick slant to Brown. And the Commanders are going to have 1st and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points.
It'll be 1st and goal when we come back. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports.
Another throw for Howell. Looking and finding Thomas in the end zone. Touchdown, Washington. A 3-yard touchdown pass. And the Commanders have got it back to a 2-score game here in the 4th. Extra point by Sly is up and good.
And the lead will be cut down to 14.
Commanders 20.
Kick team out there for the Commanders as they send this one away.
The Dallas offense here set to begin the drive. Well, don't look now, but they've got a little bit of a battle on their hands again. Back to a 2-score game. The interception that led to a touchdown. You'd have to think they're a little more careful here if they do indeed try to throw the football.
Yeah, and I was a little surprised by the last throw. You know, that type of throw with this type of a game, I'm going to be very careful about it. Maybe the only throw you make is maybe a toss to your or something like that. Otherwise, take care of the thing and finish this bad boy off.
Now Mike Vrabel unsure of that last call. He's going to throw out the red flag. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Here's Prescott. He's going to air one out. Touchdown! A big play there. His first touchdown on the year. And the Cowboys extend their lead, and they are about to get to a 9-2 record. Extra point by Patterson, up and good. And the lead now to 3 touchdowns in 21. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. Pulls it in at the 13. And he'll be tackled just shy of the 25. Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. Where we stand right now in the 4th quarter, this one pretty much out of reach. And, Charles, I know they're going to be disappointed about several things with this ball game, but the self-inflicted wounds, they've had several turnovers. You would have to think that's going to be something they're going to discuss heavily in the film session in the coming days.
You're absolutely right about that, partner, because they're going to have to sit in that film room and watch every error that they made and figure out.
And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off by Kelvin Joseph. And the Cowboys are going to get the football here as he gets this up to the 38-yard line. So Prescott and the Cowboys now with a 1st and 10 at their 38. He'll hand it off to Elliott to begin the drive. And this has been a familiar sight all afternoon as they stop him behind the line. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
That was well played there defensively. 2 tight ends in the formation, which essentially gave them 7 blockers up front. Hard to imagine with all that size and beef that they could let a tackler through. But that's exactly what happened. A loss resulted.
And a 6-yard gain gets him right around the 43.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
Prescott from the gun. He finds his target. It's Schultz. And he will have a Cowboys 1st down. They needed 5 there on 3rd down. He winds up getting 7. 10th carry now for Elliott. And good space to operate there as he takes this down inside the 35-yard line. It's a gain of 16 and the Dallas 1st down. Another example of this offense really having their way, Charles, and another big chunk play there on the ground.
And when you look at the defense, they've got to do a much better job of wrapping up when they tackle. A lot of great opportunities continue to slip through their fingers, as do the runners.
And a short gain down to about the 33. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
Yeah, things were pretty stacked up there in the middle of the line. A lot of bodies, not much space. I think ultimately he was fortunate to get anything out of that run.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. Prescott now. Left side to Lamb. And he's brought down here just outside of the 20. This is something you got to be wary of defensively. I mean, just because they're in the mode of trying to burn some clock doesn't mean they won't pass it, and they got good yardage out of that one.
Yeah, and really, when you're looking at it, now they've got a fresh set of downs. Look for 2nd down. If they want to take another shot and try and loosen things up, that'd be the time to do it.
And they'll send the slot in motion left. They run straight ahead here with Pollard. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on 1st down. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair.
So the Cowboys in possession of the football here as we get you reset. And you'd have to figure they're just looking to burn these final 2 minutes away and get out of here with a victory.
Second and 5.
They stay on the ground, but this time it's Elliott. A loss on that play, and now third down gets tougher. 3rd and 6. So fresh out of the 2-minute warning, and here's another timeout taken with 1:55 remaining.
I have zero rooting interest in either team in this game. I only want a good game. But with all the offense we've seen from them tonight, it's kind of nice to see the defense step up and make a big play.
Yeah, I was wondering if they were ever going to get him in the backfield. Nice to see him get a stop.
On the out route, it's Lamb with a grab.
And a pretty nice tackle there, ranging up from his free safety spot as he'll stop him about a yard short. Well, a clear running situation. Try to take time off the clock. He ran the previous play, set that play action up nicely.
Boy, did they ever, because they had shown the ability to run the football. So now you lose your keys as a defense. You dive for the running play, and they hit them over the top.
They'll run it with Elliott, and I'm not sure he got there. Did they stop him? They did. Ezekiel Elliott not able to get it past the marker.
And the Commanders come through with a 4th down stand. Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. We said it at halftime that they would need a nearly perfect second half to erase that deficit that they were facing, CD. But unfortunately, the second half has pretty much been a carbon copy of the first.
Yeah, that early lead was almost insurmountable the way their opponent was playing. And, partner, they do have some good news, though. This one is getting close to being over, and they can try and hit the reset button starting tomorrow. That incompletion is not a surprise with the way that this one has gone, and the frustration, the body language is evident everywhere. This team, they've really been put through the ringer in this one.
To throw on 2nd and 10.
Powell targeting Thomas on the out route, making the catch.
And he's taken down, but not before he gets this across the 25-yard line.
Off play action. It's Howell.
And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Got to imagine the pass rush will be equally intense here on 2nd down following the sack. It's 2nd and 18.
Throwing here, Howell.
Now the ball comes loose. It's picked up by the Cowboys. And they are going to set up shop at the 32-yard line.
And with that kind of a deficit, you can't afford to make any kind of mistakes. But it's been pretty symptomatic of what we've seen all game with them, isn't it? Down this big in the fourth quarter.
You'd say an afternoon to forget, absolutely.